Charlotte and Donald Trump took to the streets of Wellington to ask this question.
Would you drink out of a New Zealand river?
Ooh, no.
Why not? Is it because you're a land fisherman? Fisherman Harry Potter. Would you drink out of a river?
I wouldn't.
Maybe.
Don't know. Be a bit selective, I think.
If it's a clean river, yeah. But like if it's the hot river down there, no.
You look very orange.
You look very purple, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, I have before.
Yes.
With your hands?
Yes.
No, not every river, but most of them.
Would you drink from a New Zealand river?
No?
Correct answer, because you have a drink bottle, right?
Yeah.
Because your mom cares about you, right?
Yeah.
Terrible people. Okay, terrible people. Nice people, definitely, but terrible people. Especially this one. Your mom, she's very beautiful, let me tell you.
Thanks.
Let me ask you another question, okay, buddy? Do you think New Zealand is 100% pure?
Absolutely.
100%?
Yes.
I mean, it sounds good, but it's not honest these days.
It's probably not accurate now.
That's a very high percentage, okay? That's as high as percentages get.
Yeah.
100.
Yes.
I don't think 100% pure, but there are still pure rivers.
No.
There's no pollution anywhere in this country.
Do you count?
Whoa! Hey, look, I just want, we of course, we've got the retirement. What's the name of the retirement village again?
Shona McFarlane.
Shona McFarlane there. But on the other end of the spectrum, Charlotte, we've got a young guest called Tate who was at Parliament, 11 years old. And what river does he swim in?
Have you ever swum in a New Zealand river, Tate?
Don't know.
What about drunk from a New Zealand river? Would you, if you saw a beautiful flowing river on a walk, would you go up and cup your hands and take a big sip?
No.
Why not?
Pollution?
So you know that? You know about it? You wouldn't risk it?
No.
Interesting. Good on you, boys. Someone just yelled out, even.
Yeah, good on you, good on you. And welcome to the political sphere, Tate, the Beltway. Good on you. Look forward to seeing you on the backbenches someday. Now, before we get into this, we're talking about this sort of 100% pure, and a young woman lifts some water from a river and starts to drink it. Here's the clip.
I see the winding ocean drive, and everything looks good tonight.
Destinations become stepping stones as adventures intertwine and unfurl.
She doesn't actually drink it.
No.
Come on, Kris. It's a bunch of crap.
Well, she does. I mean, not to be technical, but she doesn't actually drink the water. She just lifts it up.
She's wise.
What else is she going to do with it?
Well, it's meant to segue into the next bit with the leaves and stuff.
Come on.
Yeah, but I
It's your
mean,
level of
look, there's
aspiration.
you're not
She didn't
going to.
quite drink
No,
it.
no, don't be silly. There's no dispute on
They
the
know
panel
how
that we need
dangerous it
to.
is, so they don't show it.
Exactly.
There's no dispute on the panel that we need to lift water quality in New Zealand, particularly in our rivers and lakes, and the government's doing that.
Is that fake news?
Is that fake news? No, I think fake news is the orange-haired buffoon over there.
All right, okay, let's, around the panel briefly, what do you make of this campaign 100%? Does it misrepresent us, or is actually, as Kris said, it's just an aspirational thing?
Well,
like 100% Middle Earth?
Well, it's a great slogan, but I think it's time we start living up to it. That's the issue.
Yeah.
It's done a great job of marketing New Zealand, but I think people are finding out, and more tourists come to New Zealand, that the rhetoric doesn't quite meet the reality.
And the fact of the matter is that this campaign has been going for so many years. It has extraordinary success. It has lifted our rates like nothing before. It is fantastic, isn't it?
Well,
Isn't it?
Like, this is the pictures there, the country that we know and we love. And it's just so gutting that under it is this pollution and the degradation of this place that we love. And we've just got to get it sorted.
All right, Peter.
You know,
Peter, what do you make of that particular image of that young woman lifting the water up in readiness to drink it? What does it say?
Well, I think it does imply that that's going to be good, clear, clean drinking water.
And
the 100% pure New Zealand slogan's been all about that. I think, as Kris said, it's been a great marketing strategy. I think the challenge now is to live up to it, and clearly we're being found out in a number of areas, and we've got to do something about it. I don't know, quite frankly, what swimmable actually means as a definition.
What do you think it means?
Well, I'm not sure what it means. It's a bit like wadeable. I think we've got to actually get back to a drinking water standard, and that's going to take a lot of hard work and effort.
All right, Jan, I think Prime Minister, or was it Nick Smith, said that we've never had drinkable quality water, never in our history, and that's a fair point.
Just
Who
yeah.
did say that?
Yeah.
I think his point was not all rivers have always been swimmable 100% of the time, which is totally fair because, you know.
Well, nobody's going to go swimming in a storm, but we understood that when we went
Correct.
down to our local river that we could jump in and we could swim and we could swallow the water and not get sick. And that's not true now in two-thirds of our rivers.
Yeah, so we've got to lift the standards.
Yeah.
And this is the government that put in place national water quality standards.
All right, hang on. I want to go
Is that
to.
fake news?
Hang on, Jan.
Green Party can laugh,
I
but
want
it's
to
true.
go to the Shiner McFarlane village and ask what were the rivers like back in the old days. Charlotte.
Well, some of them are a little bit hesitant, to be honest, at talking to me. They're a bit camera shy, Wallace. However, I've got some more younger people, I guess. You're not in an elderly home, are you?
Not yet.
Not yet. But what do you think? Would you trust New Zealand rivers to drink from?
No, not at all.
What about swimming?
Well, if they're not if they're wadeable, how the hell are we meant to drink in them, let alone swim in them?
Would you just hold your breath, maybe? No, it's like hot pools. You don't put your head under.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but still, it's just a bit.
Would you want your tax spent on cleaning up the rivers? Is it an important issue for you?
It is, because I feel like this is part of marketing our country, and I feel like it's false advertising to tourists. And I've been in France, and I think, oh, New Zealand is so beautiful, and I'm like, actually, you know how dirty the Waikato River is, and that's the water that's like our biggest city drinks from.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Nicely said.
Back to you, Wallace.
Very good. Round of applause for that person there. Good point of view there. Briefly, around the panel, is fresh water, is environment, is it an election issue this year? Kris?
Yes, it will be.
Kris?
Yeah.
Jan?
We've made it one.
Peter Dunne?
Yeah, I think it is an issue. I think it's been an issue for a long time, and I think now's the time for doing something about it.
So why don't you all get together and do a freshwater coalition? Why don't you do that? Why don't you get together with National?
I think the offer was there 8 years ago to try and do something, but the government spiked the national policy statement to make sure that there was going to be some action taken to make sure our rivers were clean.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.